Welcome to the HMAR Mobile Tech channel. I've got a brand new key fob here, which is just the shell. And what that means is that there's nothing inside the middle as far as any of the electronics go that go with the key fob for the keyless entry and all that kind of stuff. So this is the broken one, as you can see here. It's got a piece that fell out of it, and I just put clear tape over it for a while, and then I found this for about $10 on eBay, free shipping. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the electronics that are in here, the little circuit board in here, and I'm going to put it into the new one so that the buttons don't fall out anymore. Okay. What I found real easy to do this job was to have one of these little headlamps and couple of different size flathead screwdrivers. So I just have like a little tiny tip and then kind of a larger tip. And so what the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open it up. This is the damaged key fob. And once you open it up, you'll have a place to put your finger, and you can just pry, and then the cap or cover comes off the back, and then the battery fell out. But if the battery didn't fall out, you could just gently use a flathead screwdriver, and be careful because there's a little circuit board in here. So you want to be careful not to damage that when you're taking out the battery. Just for reference, this is a CR2022 3-volt lithium ion battery, and this would be the perfect time to change the battery if you are doing this service. I've already tested this battery and it tested fine. So what I want to do now is I want to teach you how to remove everything outside of this, inside of this, the circuit board, and take apart this key fob without really damaging it. This one is the one that's going to be thrown away, but we still want to try and just be as careful as we can so that we're not damaging things as we're trying to fix things, as I always say. So what I found here is that when you take and put a flathead screwdriver in this space here where the little rotating part is of the actual switchblade key, and then you can just go in there and then you can just gently pry up like that. And then everything that we're going to be doing is this part is going to be facing down. Okay, so that's how it's going to come apart. Now this metal piece here where you'll put like a little key ring connects to this top plate here where the battery hole is cut. Okay, and so once you're able to get kind of a space in here, you can just kind of keep working it all the way down real gently, and just be mindful that the circuit board is in there, so don't just slam this in there. You'll see the circuit board when you start doing this of the key fob, and you'll know where to put the screwdriver so you can get this to come out. So it took a little bit of work to get it out because it's never been opened since the factory. And so I just kept going in here and going back over to here, and then kept going down here real gently until I got to the point where it started to come up, and then I just kind of just kept prying slowly through here. As you can see here, it's coming apart easily because I've already done it. So, and then you'll just continue all the way down through here to the point where this piece with the metal part and all here is going to come up and come apart and separate from the actual pad here of the buttons. So you just keep working on that until you're able to get it out. Okay, so now once you get all this out, don't worry about this. Just keep everything together the best you can. Because I don't want to get another key cut, I'm going to reuse all the guts of the actual key itself. There's a spring, and then there's a little part here that is for the push button, and it has a few little teeth on it, and it only goes in one direction. And so you'll know that it's in properly when it sticks out all the way through and it goes all the way down. So if you'll look in there, you'll see that it can only go in one way. Now it's really little tiny pieces that we're working with, so it's real tedious. So you'll know it's in because it slides all the way down and goes sticking out that far, okay? And then the spring, it's got a little tooth sticking out. This tooth here is going to be sticking straight up, and so we'll just put that in there for now, and I'll explain a little bit more as I get into this. Some of the key fobs that I've seen have a removable plate here with a screw, and I think it's a Phillips head screw. So in my case, I wasn't sure because I've never done this before, so I real gently popped off this little GMC thing, and there's no screw in there. So if there is something that a plate is over here that you're able to remove with a small flathead screwdriver, you have to remove that first in order to pull everything apart, or you'll just break it. So we don't want to break anything. I'll include a picture of that just on the screen here. So I get the circuit board out, okay, and you'll notice how it's got all those little 5 buttons there, and then so we'll just set that down out of the way and just pay attention to how everything's coming apart. That way you'll know how to put it all back together. So I'm keeping the old stuff with the old stuff and keeping everything over here. That's how I want it. And then so you've got your new key fob, okay? So you open it up, and then you're gonna pry the cap off, okay? We're not putting a battery in right now, but we're gonna pry the cap off, and then you're gonna get one of your medium-sized flathead screwdrivers and go in there like I was showing you and just twist it and kind of pry up a little bit, and then hopefully it'll be easy for you to do. And now be careful to see how everything comes out. Just pay attention. That's all I had to do first time doing this. So it took me an hour of practice to make sure I got all this right before making this video. So you'll remember to have everything facing down, the keypad part facing down. So once I get this apart, I'm just going to make sure I keep the spring so it doesn't fly out on me, and just kind of pull up on it and then put that down there, and then pull this part out. Okay, so we're going to set this over here because we're not going to use that because we have a cut key here. So we're going to use that part with the new key fob. So if you pay attention, you'll see that very, very closely there's, like in the spring, has a little tooth in it that is facing inward. So you'll just line it up in here until you feel it, and you twist it and it doesn't move. That's how you know it's locked in there. So if you'll have to use your little headlamp to look in there to see how it goes. Now we've got this here. The button side is going to be going down, and so you'll just lay it in there and just let the button kind of go through, and then see how it only fits in the way that it fits in. You can't make it fit any other way. And then so remember that I was talking about in the very beginning of the video, there's a little tooth sticking out. So you want to have that tooth sticking out in this, going this direction, okay? So then you get ready to put in your circuit board, and remember to put these 5 little black buttons down, and it will just go down right onto the key fob internal part here, shell, and then it lines up. There's a little tab there that lines up where my pointer finger is right there. And then so once you get that aligned in there, you'll see that it's in, and you'll see that it's laying flat and centered. Okay, and then what you do is you take this part of the key fob cover, and you'll look in here and you'll see a little groove right there. There's a little groove right there, and that groove is going to interface with the spring tip that's sticking out. So what you'll do is, once you've got everything set in there and lined up, then you'll go this direction to where you can see there's a little tip pointed out that keeps the spring centered. So line it up that way. See how I'm holding it, and get it to where it lines up, and then go counterclockwise a turn and a half, and you'll hear the spring building up tension. It's kind of wonky getting this all together, but it might take you a couple tries. So once you get it all the way through, turning all the way a turn and a half, make sure your circuit board is still centered. You can just go like this and center it and pinch it. Make sure it all pinches together, and you'll see that it's going together properly, because everything, all the little cracks are getting narrow. It's very narrow, like you could probably put a pocket knife in there. It's a very tiny little seam there, or a little crack there. Anyway, then to make sure that you've done it right, you'll just push the button and it will pop open right away. So that's how you know you got the spring right. Push it there and it comes out right away. So that's how we know that we got the spring tension right. And then we'll put the battery in and just set that in. And remember, positive side will be showing up. And then put the cover on, which is for replacing the battery. And then just snap it all together. So you'll know it's all together because you'll see that there's no gap here. Everything is just going tightly snug together, and very, very little space there between all the mating parts of this shell. So everything's all back together. It works with my key that's already cut, and then all you have to do is go and check and make sure that it works. You did a good job. Subscribe, like, and share. Watch some of my other videos. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.